Are you ready?
We are live, baby, live. Thursday, the 12th of February, 2025. It's the gang. Eventually, we'll be here together. Myself and Jim are here. Joe will be joining us eventually.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll find out together. Said he'll be joining us, but he's still currently at work. Said he couldn't get on until he was home, so he'll be home eventually. I hope.
Eventually, he will
We're
make
taking we're taking a lot of liberties that Joe's actually going to make it home in one piece.
right. He will make it home. We don't know if it'll be in enough time to make it on the show.
Correct. It probably doesn't help that I haven't texted him that we're live yet because I'm finishing this ping pong match that I put a wager on. You know, you reach a whole new level of degeneracy here in Sud Vegas whenever you're betting on ping pong.
You ain't kidding.
Let me text him real quick that we're live, baby, live. This week's show, chock full. We do have a preview of AEW Grand Salame.
Yep, Graham Slam.
We have a WrestleMania. We're like 2.5 months out. Let's see if we can try to book it as close to realistic as possible. And then I have a rapid fire that we could probably do before Joe gets on the show because he won't know anybody that's actually on this show.
Okay.
That's because tomorrow in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee, TNA Wrestling, No Surrender.
Oh, okay.
So that card has started to take shape a little bit. It has, as I bring it up here over on the cage match, it is tomorrow. It is on TNA Plus. If you are a subscriber, you can check that out. 4 matches have been announced for that show. We'll start the TNA International title, currently held by former member of the D'Angelo family, not Tony, Channing's Stax Lorenzo, taking on Trey Miguel.
I'll take Trey Miguel.
Yeah, part of me thinks like this is like a real time to finally start getting the TNA titles back on the
Back on
TNA guys,
TNA people. Yeah.
especially him who, wasn't a TNA guy for like 5 minutes and then came back to being a TNA guy.
Yeah, because AEW said,
ain't happening. Next up, an 8-man tag match. This one's interesting. It is Order 4. Jason Hodge, John Skyler, Mustafa Ali, and Special Agent Zero taking on the 8-man of the Hardy Boys, who are the current tag champions, Jeff and Matt, obviously, and the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch.
yeah.
Because they just had a match against each other, and then on an episode of Impact on AMC, the Righteous came out. We're like, we don't want to fight you guys. We want to be your friends.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like it's kind of got to be Order 4.
Is this like, do the Righteous just turn on the Hardys in the match?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Well, it also has been announced that the following day at the taping, Mustafa Ali will take on Elijah in a casket match. So I'm kind of confused on what they're doing here with him and Order 4. Fuck if I know. I'll take the Hardys and the Righteous, I guess, just to be different.
That's fair.
Because, yeah, I have no fucking clue. Next up for the Knockouts title, the current champion, Li Ying Lee, takes on Santino's daughter, Ariana Grace.
I mean, Ariana Grace would be a fun answer, but kind of still just thinking about, like, how we were saying that it feels like it's probably time to get the titles in the same house. I'll stick with Li Ying Lee.
So I would have agreed with you. And then there was a very fascinating thing that occurred on tonight's episode of Impact Wrestling on AMC.
Okay.
Ariana stole the Cobra sleeve out of Papa's pocket while she was hugging him, thanking him for the title match. So part of me thinks we're gonna get a little Cobra.
That'd be fun.
And I think she could lose it back like the next night.
Sure.
But a malfunction at the junction of some sort, like, oh yeah, look, you helped your daughter beat us. Are you really part of us? Or are you part of them? Kind of dilemma, especially with Daria Ray and the whole.
Yeah.
So I'll go Ariana Grace. And the last match that is announced, the current TNA World Champion Mike Santana teams up with the current X Division Champion Leon Slater to take on the team of Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth.
Slater and Santana.
It should be Slater and Santana. I will go with Slater and Santana. Again, watching this week's episode, Alicia Edwards come out with Moose for the main event when it was old Moose, the Hardys, and Mike Santana against not Order 4, the System. She's an interesting one. One day she's looks great. The next week I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah. She's mostly respectful.
So yeah. But I will take I'll take the champs to win that match. Would not be surprised if there is some post-match teases of Eddie Edwards and Nick Nemeth potentially cashing in their shots, nor whoever has the X Division title contract. I could see them playing some shenanigans, especially because Leon's kind of been away from Impact. He's been on the WWE tour over in England and everything leading into the Royal Rumble, and I know he had some, quote, visa issues. It just feels like I wouldn't be surprised if whoever has that contract from Feast or Fired cashed in. I think it's Eric Young, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Are we up to date on fantasy wrestling? Is it my turn to pick, or is Tim not picked yet?
You picked, I picked. We're waiting on Tim. If he's making any more.
I'm gonna shoot him a text because I do have at least one more that I want to make, and that's if you don't piggyback and take the other one.
Yeah, I potentially have a couple more moves here.
Joe said he'll be on soon.
Okay.
Tim says he believes he is good. So, with that being said, I will make the first of my picks right now. I'm going to drop Drew McIntyre because I don't think they're doing shit with him before.
No, I don't think.
And even then, I don't think he's going to have a match at Elimination Chamber.
No, I don't believe.
I am going to. What the fuck are their names? I'm drafting one of the Elegants. This is.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking of taking any of them, so you'll probably get both.
The what the fuck? God damn it! Is it Heather M and Heather? I don't. Because okay, so this card has actually gone up to 7 matches according to the Wikipedia. The Elegance brand versus Indy Hartwell and Zaya Brookside for the Knockouts tag titles.
Okay. You can honestly, you can take them both.
Okay. I'm obviously gonna take them to retain.
Okay, so then I'll make my next 2 picks.
Then BDE versus Eric Young, and then there is a number 1 contenders battle royal to determine the number 1 contender for the Knockouts world title.
Okay. All
right, so I'm dropping McIntyre and picking up old Heather by Elegance. Because, that's one of them. Can't fucking for some reason type in the doc.
And
Oh.
I'm correct. Nobody has Brody King, right?
Nobody has the guy who may or may not be allowed to win titles in a company because of alleged.
There's part of me that wants to fucking take him. How much do we get if we how much do we lose if a guy loses?
You'll only lose a point.
All right, so I'll send it into the chat as well, but give me Li Ying Lee and Brody King. And I'm gonna drop Mark Briscoe and Myron Reed.
All right, so Myron and Brody. I am gonna drop because I have to actually figure out who I'm gonna drop from my last pickup because that's a thing. I'm gonna drop. Damn, who am I gonna drop? This is a real hard question.
And then I'm done after those two picks. Then I am done.
All right. Oh, I don't know that I can do this.
Oh, what do you got? What are you thinking?
Well, I think I've locked myself into a spot where I don't think I can cut anyone. I think I can only pick up the one Elegance.
Oh, because of the roster limits.
Well, I dropped Bianca. I picked up Atticus Koger because he's got 2 title matches this week.
Mm-hmm.
I cut Bianca already. So, like, my only WWE guys left on my roster are Stephanie Vaquer, who I inevitably think could have matches. And if I cut her, I think Joe, you, or Tim pick her up next week before I could get her back.
That's fair.
And I have to have 3 members of WWE on my roster. So I have I have Stephanie Vaquer, Cody Rhodes, Oba Femi, so I can't really cut anyone there. Adam Page, John Moxley, he's still a dick. Oh, I did pick up EO, but I dropped yeah, I think I can only pick up one of them. But that's fine. I'll just I'll just hold with the one. Briscoe, Ed. Who else did you add? Brody King and who? Li Ling Ling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she's retaining.
And I think that works too. Yep, you have 2 TNA people. I thought you may have dropped Trey Miguel, but you hadn't yet.
No, because I saw.
You think he's gonna win? You think he's gonna win the Gabagoo title?
I do. I had almost like put him on my list to drop, and then I was like, wait a minute. I just remembered to look at that TNA match card.
While we wait for Joe to get here, not a bad lineup for tomorrow night's SmackDown either.
Yeah. There's a reason I took Lash Legend and Nia Jax. I think they could be taking the tag titles.
That's why I picked up Io Sky.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Cargill defending. Yeah.
Does Jordan Grace make it out of that match non-injured?
Hopefully.
I think that's the real question now.
Because
yeah. You wanna preview Slam Grand, or do you wanna?
Yeah, we might as well just do that, and then we can get into the other stuff. Then, if he hops on or still doing it, we'll catch up to him. But yeah, AEW Grand Slam Saturday from the Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, Australia. This is on TNT, I think, at 8 p.m. Because God only knows what time it is over there, but maybe they'll tape delay it, or I don't know how that all works.
I can't wait to watch Clash of the Champions.
We'll start mixed tornado tag team match. Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm taking on the Death Riders of Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir. The loser of the fall has to shave their head.
I will take the timeless orange juice with old Yuta. finally getting a haircut.
Yeah, see, I think the women, one of the women are gonna end up getting their head shaved. I think ultimately it'll be Marina. But for sake of being different for predictions, I'll say it's Tony. Eats the fall.
That would be weird to see her walk
It'd
around
be
with
very
bald.
weird. It'd be very weird. Singles match. Winner will receive an AEW World Championship match at Revolution. The Hangman taking on Andrade.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a world where I believe that this Andrade thing leads to a title match against another heel. So, for that being said, I'll take old Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, it's a great point. It is a great point. So yeah, give me Hangman there. Singles match for the AEW Continental title, Moxley defending against Takeshita.
So this one is probably the closest match on the card. Death Rider's got a win against them last night on Dynamite. So it's like, do you go with that? Do you think that's the move they go? They give Takeshita a win back and he gets the title and things along those lines. And obviously then you can run back the whole Okada Takeshita thing from the Don Callis family implosion. I just don't know that I think that this is the time yet for that. I think Takeshita makes a lot of sense to be the one to take the title off of Jon Moxley. I just, like I said, I just don't know that this is the time to do it. So I guess give me Mox to retain, but would not be surprised if he loses.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that truly could go either way.
I mean, especially because of what happened on Wednesday night
Yeah.
with the way that he booked putting the TNT title back on Kyle Fletcher and the
Yeah.
new women's champion just coming like almost completely out of the blue, it felt like.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll pick Mox, but it really could be either.
Yeah, I would honestly, I could see it very easily.
Yeah. Tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. The Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale defending against Mega Bad, Megan Bayne, and Penelope Ford.
Give me old Super Bad because I am McLovin.
Yeah, look, the fans win this match. The fans win. But I think Babes of Wrath will retain. But this is another one I think either answer is correct.
Yeah, because I could very well see this being the Babes of Wrath retain, and then maybe the Triangle of Madness with Julia and Bleh
Mm-hmm.
get a match, and then they have all the women's titles with the exception of the one that the other title that Willow Nightingale has.
Yeah, for sure. Ladder match for the TNT title.
Here we fucking go.
New champion Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe for the 11th time.
We have no way out of this match. All pun intended.
Yeah.
This is brutal. I said it on your guys' show, 3CT tonight, that I was not looking forward to this show, and both Ryan and Tim were like, "But why?" You tell me why I should be excited for the 7th match of a Kyle Fletcher Mark Briscoe feud that gets booked 4 days out after he cuts a promo about wanting to face anybody who wants to fight him. So the guy who's fought him 6 other times comes out. Why should I be excited for this match?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's going to be a good match? Sure. I think it'll be a fine match. I think those guys will have another great match. That's not my problem.
Right.
My problem is that you book a match and then you're like, cool, let's throw a stipulation on it even harder. And then let's go all in and just be like, you know what? We're going to do it in 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That being
So-
said, there's no way in hell that Kyle Fletcher's losing the title 4 days later.
No, so these guys, they have faced 6 times since June of 2024. They have faced 4 times in the last year, and they have already faced each other twice since October.
The title match that Mark Briscoe won.
When here, for the record, I am more bothered by Tommaso Ciampa being an 11-day
Transitional champion.
champion just because you did the cool thing that you usually don't do, and that's put a title on a newcomer in AEW, only to take it off of him in 10 days. Excuse me, 11 days. So like that is my bigger issue. Hi, Joe. With them taking the title off of Tommaso Ciampa just to put it on Fletcher to give us this match. Like I honestly don't care. Like I don't care when they gave us the best of 7 between, what was it, Sheamus and Cesaro in WWE.
How about the best of 7 way back when, Booker T versus Crispin?
Yeah, like I don't care. I don't care if you're giving me the same match, 7 times in a year or 6 times in 5 months, as long if the match is good. My issue is if this whole scenario played out on Monday night or Friday night, people would call Triple H a bald asshole who doesn't know what he's doing. To bring in somebody hot, give them a title right away, and pull the title off for a match we've seen a bunch of times.
If this was exactly what he did with Obafemi, the fucking world would have fucking collapsed.
Yeah.
Obafemi beats Dom Mysterio beats Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. title, his first SmackDown of being called up.
Yep.
Loses it 11 days later to Ilya Dragonuts just to run Carmelo versus Dragonuts back.
Yeah.
They would literally be calling him
doing that.
I could too, but they would literally be like, "This is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life."
Is buried.
You're right though, like, because after the Royal Rumble, and mind you, I think us intelligent folk can agree, Obafemi had a fantastic showing in the Royal Rumble, absolute star-making performance. I saw people online being like, "Why they have him out there if they were just going to have him eliminated and not win the match?" Like
Right.
it's like you can't make people happy.
Right.
All he did was eliminate the biggest rising star in Braun Breaker. Yes, with a little bit of help. He also eliminated the other 4 entries into the fucking match.
Yeah.
Looked strong throughout the match and got eliminated by, while not everybody's favorite, arguably one of the greatest superstars in WWE.
Right.
I'm sorry.
One of the like, whether you like him or not, he's one of the most important people to the men's division right now because they tell us he's important. So so my 2 issues are, you shouldn't have done the cool thing with Tommaso Ciampa if you were only going to keep the title on him for 11 days. Now, I also don't hate generally if you have a title reign that is I'm fine with short title reigns, except when you finally do the cool thing that AEW normally doesn't do, and then you just go back. Like, so the match is going to be great. These 2 guys are really good. They have great chemistry together. My issue isn't the match. My issue isn't that it was added last minute to this card just to get Fletcher on the card. Like, it is just my issue is that it exposes the hypocrisy of wrestling fans. Because if this was Monday Night Raw, or if this was Friday Night SmackDown, this would have been destroyed by fans. But everybody's cool with it because they love Kyle Fletcher and they love Mark Briscoe, and Tony Khan's cool and AEW's neat. And
see, I also think I'm part of Frustratedville because This is what Tony Khan does every time he goes to debut a new wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, here comes Mark Briscoe this time.
Yeah.
The new champ always goes, I'm going to be a defending champion. I'm going to fight anyone in the back. Like, I was almost expecting Lance Archer to just, like, drop Kyle Fletcher in the back.
Good
But-
Lord.
Because he had his eyesight on that title for a while.
Right.
I was expecting all of that. Reach for the sky, boy. God, not again, man.
Right.
Fuck, so what, in a month is going to be a best of 9?
Right. Like, at what point do you say no? At what
You know
point?
what's interesting? What's interesting to me is this is all cyclical, right? Because 30 years ago, people loved the shit that ECW did, that when WWF turned around and did the exact same stuff, people shat on it.
Mhm.
You know,
I am
not only
Optimus Prime.
now, right? Like not only now, but all time. Like ECW has always had this image of it where, you know, people hold it to such a high standard, and it was this amazing company with like these amazing storylines and feuds and all that good stuff, right? And even back then when it was happening, people still held it to that. But if we're being honest, how often were titles hot shotted around in ECW? How
A lot.
18 other people got involved and it looked like a bloodline rules match? You know, how often were these things happening that get criticized in bigger companies, but in the indie darling company and the company that all the quote unquote smart fans are buttering up to, it's brilliant. So it's nothing new, I feel like.
Yeah, no, and like, and even like wrestling fans and how they treat the companies is cyclical as well, because we've even seen it over the last couple of years with when Vince McMahon went bye-bye. WWE was cool and Triple H was neat and innovative and this and that, and AEW was in the downswing. Now it's the tides are kind of turning a little bit, because for the people who are like our age and younger, you know, we grew up the hottest time in the business, Attitude Era. We were told it's WWE versus WCW. So we were like programmed to be like, well, you have to pick a side because it's DX versus the NWO, and it's WWF versus the WCW, and it's this versus that. Even within WCW, you had NWO over, you know, taking over the company, and then it was NWO Black versus NWO Red, and then in WWE you had Nation of Domination versus DX, and then you had Stone Cold was fighting the boss. Like, so, and I get wrestling is always good guy versus bad guy, but like they presented it as such that it was like you have to pick a side. So we've all of our lives we've been like, well, if I like WWE, I can't like a AEW. I can't like anything else. I have to be. And then like AEW was created because there was no competition. So now it's like they're trying to reinvent that war. And it's like, so if WWE good, then the AEW has to be bad. And now because like it's cool to kind of like pick apart everything WWE does, so now AEW is like the cool kid in town again. And I'm like, maybe both companies are doing some things that are really good, and maybe both companies are doing some things that we can say, hey, you could probably do this better, including not taking the title off Tommaso Ciampa after 11 days. Like, maybe just don't do that. Like, does Kyle Fletcher need another TNT title win, or does Kyle Fletcher need to go to Australia, win a match versus Mark Briscoe again, and then start making his focus be the AEW world title picture? Because I feel like that makes more sense.
Kyle Fletcher could have had a match against anyone.
Right. But
Like,
if you
just
want to
get him
do
on
this
the card.
match against Briscoe, do it. It doesn't have to be a TNT title match.
I would have
So
almost
I have a question for you guys. Go ahead, finish.
I would say Proto and Okada against someone in a tag match.
Yeah.
You don't even give me a Kyle Fletcher singles match. You can give me who does Kyle Fletcher like partnering with more, Takeshita or Okada? Keep building that rift that's been going on in the Don Callis family for months.
So quick question for you guys. And you can just answer one word, better or worse, right? Tommaso Ciampa now versus 2 months ago.
I mean, I'd still take him now. I think ultimately he is a better fit in AEW than what he was in WWE in recent time. Like I would take NXT Black and Gold Tommaso Ciampa versus AEW right now.
Okay.
Like I think height
of him versus Gargano was arguably the feud of the year in all of professional wrestling.
But I think ultimately he's at especially this point of his career, like he's gonna. I mean, the match last night against Fletcher was a banger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take nothing away from the match itself. It's on my match of the year list. It was fucking great.
Oh, it was a fantastic match.
Like Kyle Fletcher versus Tommaso Ciampa having a great match. Like breaking news, story at 11.
Yeah.
But and hopefully he'll be fine. But the worry is that he could become a lost toy, like a lot of people can be in AEW. And maybe I don't know, like I wish Ring of Honor had an actual TV deal of some kind, because I'd be like, put him over there and like let him like basically run a new and revitalized Ring of Honor. But I'm
let him win the world title from Bandito and be the guy in Ring of Honor.
Get him on TV. Don't make me have to watch it behind some shit ass paywall. But yeah, I think he should be fine over there. But he shouldn't have lost last night.
I will agree with that. And arguably, post WrestleMania, I think something is going to happen that we're going to run back arguably the greatest feud in professional wrestling's developmental brand of all time.
I tend to agree.
Because I believe that man is going to get released.
Yeah, I think he's on his way out for sure. It's
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but I'm also fine with it because I just don't think Triple H knows what to do with him on the main roster.
Well, the real issue is, and it's the same issue that Ciampa was never going to get by. He is not big enough to be the WWE World Champion.
Right.
Cody Rhodes at points of his world title run doesn't feel big enough to be the WWE World Champion from a size perspective.
Right.
LA Knight is arguably one of, if not the best on the microphone, not named CM Punk or Roman Reigns right now. Can't buy himself a world title win. Hell, can't even really get himself a world title match. And I'm supposed to believe that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano are. They were great for what they were in NXT, which is the super indies. They were the PWG with a better exposure because they were on the WWE network. The clock struck midnight. NXT's on television right now. It makes sense why Joe Hendry is their world champion. But inevitably, when Joe Hendry gets called up to the main roster, there ain't a lot of height and size in NXT, so they're gonna go back to doing what they did with Gargano and Ciampa. They're gonna build Ricky Saints, they're gonna build Tony D'Angelo, and then all of a sudden they're gonna come to the main roster, and you're like, well, you can feud with Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title for the rest of your career. Like that, like it sucks to put it like that, but that's just kind of how it feels right now. Like if Gargano went back to NXT tomorrow, him and Candice both, I think he'd be better off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because him being the NXT champion is at least believable. Him fighting for the North American title is believable.
Right.
Like, it's not believable that Johnny Gargano has a fighting chance to beat Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov, Gunther, guys like that. So, at least from a Gargano perspective, and I know we're getting away from the Ciampa part of the conversation, but both of those guys fit AEW style perfect. It's why Adam Cole would have thrived there had he not got hurt.
Right. Yeah.
There's a reason why they wanted Adam Cole to be a manager on the main roster.
Right. Joe, real quick, I'll run back through these rapid fire. Mixed tornado tag, loser of the fall must have their head shaved bald. Orange Cassidy and Tony Storm versus the Death Riders of Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir.
I feel like we're not going to see Tony Storm get her head shaved or Orange Cassidy, so I'm taking them to win.
All right. Singles match. Winner will receive an AEW World Title match at Revolution. Hangman versus Andrade.
I'm picking Andrade just to put it into the universe.
Yeah. It'll make it interesting if MJF is still champion, because heel versus heel seems
right.
But I like it. I like where your head's at. Singles match for the AEW Continental title. Moxley defending against Takeshita.
I didn't even realize Moxley won the belt. I realized that when I saw the graphic for it. I was like, well, son of a bitch. Yeah, I guess Moxley's going to probably just hold on to it.
Tag match for the women's world tag titles. Babes of Wrath, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale defending against Mega Bad, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford.
I'm not picking against Harley Quinn, so
that's fair.
But before you continue, Joe, I'm really mad at you because you just put that in the universe, because now I have to live in a world where fucking Don Callis could be involved in an AEW world title picture. So politely, go fuck yourself.
Oof,
sorry.
Gross. Mike, I did you ever actually make a pick for the Fletcher match? I don't think you did.
Kyle Fletcher drops him on his head off of a fucking ladder.
That works. Joe, Fletcher defending against Briscoe in the version 14 of this matchup, this time for the AEW TNT title in a ladder match.
I say fuck it. Let's get another new champion, Mark Briscoe.
It's been like 11 hours times 2.
Right?
Okay. Singles match for the AEW World Title, MJF versus Brody King. Joe.
I don't see Brody winning, but I love the fact that he's getting a title shot. But MJF's going to probably win here.
All right, Mike.
It's MJF. It was always going to be MJF. It always should be MJF, because I think he's the one who holds the title all the way to Wembley, where he inevitably loses to Ospreay. Give me MJF.
Okay. It will be MJF. I would love them to do the cool thing. I think Tony Khan, and this is what I said on 3 Count, I think Tony Khan probably wants to do the cool thing. I don't think Warner Brothers Discovery wants Tony Khan to do the cool thing. And I don't care what statement Warner Brothers Discovery released today to Fightful and Dave Meltzer and any other fake news site that reports on pro wrestling that, oh no, we didn't make Brody King not show up, not allow him to
my ass.
Bullshit, man. Like, look, you got attention. You got a lot of attention.
Wait. What do they have against Brody King?
It's not against Brody King. It's the things that the fans will chant in the crowd when Brody King is on TV. Because that got a lot of publicity in the last week. And there's somebody that probably isn't too thrilled about that. so Brody King going into a world title match on a televised program was not on the show last night. And people were like, there was a rumor, quote unquote rumor, that came out that Warner Brothers Discovery wouldn't allow him to be on the show because they didn't want the things chanted by the crowd, especially in California.
Mike Johnson has said King and others flew out of LAX last night to Australia. That required them to miss Dynamite due to travel schedule.
Yeah, sure, pal. Considering everybody else was flying out after Dynamite.
Well, no, because they said the whole reason why the Babes of Wrath couldn't come out and help Statlander was that they were already on the plane flying to Australia as well. They did say that on the show. I hate to defend.
Sure.
I hate it.
It's a couple hours difference. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not disagreeing with you, but if MJF's going to have a video package, you probably should have at least had a Brody King video package during the show.
Sure. Which lends me to the.
And I agree with you. I am just saying
be on the show until he wasn't, because yeah. So again, it's the thing about wrestling media is they're not going to make Tony Khan angry. So if Tony Khan's telling them, look, cool down on this, they're going to say, yeah, no, he was just on a flight. He was never going to be on the show.
Yeah, if Brody King isn't on Dynamite for the next month after he loses to MJF at Grand Slam, circle back to Warner Brother had nothing to do with it. My ass.
Well, I mean, because especially like it's crazy good timing for them because they keep him off of Dynamite. The next show is not even in our country, so like chances are like an Australian crowd probably not. So they don't have to really worry.
You Optimus primed pretty hard there, bud.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on. The Wi-Fi is acting up over here. But no, so I like they don't have to really be afraid of that happening in Australia, and then he can lose that match and like you said, then just kind of disappear for the better part of.
I feel like
put him on
it
ROH.
will happen in Australia. Australia would be cool. They're probably against like certain things as well, even though it's not directly happening to them.
There will be fans on the internet that will beg Australian fans to chant that because of the press release that got put out today saying, no, it had nothing to do with that.
And I feel like Australians like to chant things too. Like, so like that's
you ain't wrong. And to be fair, I'm all for it. Chant your hearts out, Australia. Because guess what? The first show back, the Dynamite that they come back from Australia, it's back in California. So if Brody King wasn't on one California show, do you think he's going to be on the other one?
Yeah. So I would love Tony Khan to do the cool thing. He won't. And he won't, not even by his own choice, because here's the deal. The wrestling business is a business, number one. And if there's one thing that Tony Khan is probably not in a position to do right now, it's piss off your TV partner. So if Warner Brothers Discovery thinks it's a good idea to not have Brody King as AEW World Champion, MJF is going to stay World Champion. And it's convenient by the fact that it will ultimately probably make the most sense for him to continue carrying that title most of this year into this summer. So they also lucked out there that you don't need to hot potato it. But yeah, MJF will win. It'd be cool if Brody King did. So yeah, there's Graham Slam. Enjoy trying to explain to your wife or girlfriend why you want to watch a wrestling show on Valentine's night. Good luck with that.
Don't worry, I won't.
Yeah, I'm not fighting that battle. Absolutely not.
Real quick before we get to the WrestleManias, trivia question. I'm currently watching a random show on the Netflix. Give me the name of the show in the year, and it's a 7-match card, 8-match card. What I will do is I will list off a match that happened on the show.
Okay.
Not in the match order that they were on TV. but just the matches. I need the year and the show.
Dude, I just stretched my back and it popped like 4 different spots. It felt great.
Ooh.
Felt real great.
All right.
Okay.
Match number 1. Baron Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Now, is this a pay-per-view show?
Yes.
Oh God. No. Fuck it. Backlash 2019.
Joseph.
Great American Bash 2018.
Both incorrect. Next up, Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. Here's to the greatest. What?
Fuck. TLC 2018.
Are NXT shows part of this?
I am not watching an NXT show. I will be
Okay.
honest and open about that.
Backlash 2020.
Incorrect. Next up, for the SmackDown Tag Titles, The New Day take on the Usos.
What is Judgment Day 2016 through 2024?
Seriously. Fuck. Payback 2017.
Incorrect show, correct year.
Oh, okay.
We are in the year of 2017. Natalya versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Tamina versus Lana in a fatal 5-way to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's title.
Roadblock 2017.
Trying to think of why can't I remember any pay-per-view names right now?
Holy shit. Baron Corbin had the Money in the Bank briefcase at this point.
Okay, so we know it's in the back.
That narrows it down a little bit. Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that out loud, but god damn,
No.
this is just a weird time.
It also doesn't help me fucking remember.
Names.
I don't know what the
Names,
I don't know what the B shows were. Unforgiven 2017.
Incorrect. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the United States title.
SummerSlam 2017.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Cyber Sunday 2017.
Wrong. There's 2 matches left on this show. I will give you the main event. It was for the SmackDown title. It happened inside of a Punjabi prison. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton.
Was this in Philadelphia?
I will not give any locations.
Fuck, do I feel like this is in Philly? And that's going to make it even worse that I can't remember this fucking shit, because I think I had friends who were in this fucking building for this show. Is this Survivor Series 2017?
Incorrect.
God damn it.
Guilty as charged, 2017.
Also incorrect.
Damn.
The last match, Rusev versus John Cena in a flag match.
Clash of Clans 2017.
You know what would have been more interesting if it was Rusev versus John Cena, and the winner was the first person to catch and tie up Rico Constantine, and it was a captured the fag match.
It would have been better if it was a capture the tank and first person into the tank gets Lana.
I mean, you know. I don't but did anyone say No Mercy?
I did not.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, no, I got nothing. I don't remember the pay-per-view names in 2017. That's weird.
July 23rd, 2017, from the Wells Fargo Center in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Battleground.
Yep.
God damn it. Why the I promise I didn't look it up on my phone. Just for some reason that fucking hit me because I'm like, why the fuck can't I remember these stupid names of pay-per-views? I couldn't tell you the names of the pay-per-views in 2025 beyond WrestleMania and SummerSlam and the Rumble, and my brain is a fucking, especially at midnight. My brain is useless at this point.
That was a fun.
That was a fun.
All right, so we're 3 months out, or we're not really 3 months, like 2 months out from WrestleManias. So I said let's try to fantasy book this thing. Let's come up with some matches. Obviously, we know some matches already been announced. Looking at you, CM Punk v Roman Reigns, because you know that's gonna happen. So shocked. Oh wow, the show before Battleground was Great Balls of Fire.
I almost said Great Balls of Fire, but I'm like, I don't think he would do that to us right now.
That's almost too easy of one for me to do. So obviously Punk versus Roman has already been announced for the show. I thought this would be a fun thing to just kind of throw some stuff at the wall. Let's see what sticks, what doesn't stick. You know, we know Drew McIntyre is going to take on the winner of the Elimination Chamber. Liv Morgan's going to face someone, and then the Women's Elimination Chamber is going to face the other champion. Like we know those things are going to happen. We talked last week a little bit about what was next for Gunther because of the whole career killing mentality that they've kind of been doing with him. So I thought it'd be cool to figure out his next step. So I guess let's start the other world title match. Drew McIntyre versus who?
I have Obafemi. It won't be Obafemi. But if I'm booking the show, it's Obafemi. He's winning Elimination Chamber. And he's facing Drew McIntyre, and he's beating him in 6.5 minutes.
I don't hate that. I do think it's Oba versus Brock. If Oba doesn't even qualify for the Elimination Chamber, does that hurt him?
It depends.
So he's in a triple threat match on Monday Night Raw. It is him.
Brock's in the building. Brock's going to take him out. So he's not going to eat the fall.
Oh, he's not. I'm sorry. He's not in a match on Friday, Monday. He might be on one tomorrow night.
Is he on the one?
No, it's Sammy, Cody, Jacob. He is not even in a qualifying match that's been announced yet. I'm sorry. I thought that was him. That was actually Gunther.
Okay. As long as he doesn't eat a fall and doesn't make it in there, he's fine.
I would say Brock takes him out, and that sets that match up, and then whoever wins.
That's the easy way to do it.
Joe, your Drew McIntyre title match.
I still think the storytelling is giving Sami Zayn.
So are you thinking Sammy wins the triple threat tomorrow night on SmackDown against Jacob and Cody, and then goes into the chamber, wins the chamber, and wins the title at Mania?
I don't know that he wins the title at Mania, but I think all the rest of that, yes.
I just don't know that I could believe him going 0-13 against Drew McIntyre and having any credibility left after.
Valid. I mean, I wouldn't be anti him winning the title.
I think he's destined to win the Rumble next year and fight for the title against whoever in Saudi Arabia. I don't think that's when he would get his title, his first ever world title win. Because you could put one of those titles again on like Seth or somebody like that he could have a great in-ring match with and really take it to that next level. But I wouldn't hate it either if he won it this year. I'm really feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place with what I wanted to do with that title, because do I want Cody Rhodes walking in there again as the challenger, trying to win back that title that he's been chasing and trying to get his hands on, get back into his possession since, he lost it. And I'm not there. So, and Joe kind of mentioned someone that I feel like could use a world title win in Sami Zayn. I'm going to mention the other guy that really could use a world title win here. L.A. Knight. I think you put the title on him in that card in one of those nights inside Las Vegas. The Megastar is born. The Megastar gets the rocket ship finally strapped to him, and he wins it at the biggest stage of them all. So my world title match is actually Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight 1-on-1.
I love that.
See, here's my thing. Well, I would be a fan of that, and I think a lot of people would be a fan of that. I don't think WWE trusts him. I don't think they have the confidence in him that the audience has. And that's why I don't see it happening.
Why? Because they did this exact same story last year with Jey Uso, and then they were right?
No, not even that. It's just like, it's the little things. It's the things you see on Unreal. It's the things that, like, you hear about where, like, kind of just seems like LA Knight gets kind of a bad rap sometimes from, the powers that be. Like every job has that person that's like really good at their job, but for some reason the bosses always only see them when like the one time they're kind of fucking up.
I get it, but I think if Unreal showed me anything, LA Knight's the guy that when he does screw up, he's harder on himself than anybody is on him. And I think you have to take that with a level of respect. Which title's Liv Morgan fighting for?
I have her for the world title, Stephanie Vicaire.
Agreed.
Now, does that match stay 1-on-1?
Yes, I think so.
Do we still not think that maybe they're gonna switch the title over to Raquel?
Well, the perfect opportunity would have been last Monday whenever they had the Philadelphia street fight right after the Royal Rumble, and she could have won the title then.
Right. It was an opportunity, but like they still have Elimination Chamber and then like a whole month worth of Raws before we get to WrestleMania. So there's still plenty of opportunity.
Well, I think Elimination Chamber is pretty much booked.
Okay, so but obviously you still have 4 Raws, and they're not afraid to switch, especially a women's title on an episode of Raw. So I mean, I'm just the way they've been teasing the stuff between Raquel and Liv. it's either setting up Liv's first feud after she wins the belt, or it's setting up the match for WrestleMania, and they're gonna move the title over onto Raquel.
I think it ends up being a triple threat match with all three of them. I think there is genuine concern on the health of Stephanie Vecchia's ankle.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think your best way to kind of save that is to put another person in there who actually has matches with Stephanie, a history with Liv. Coming out of it, you can give Steph a couple weeks off. You go right into the Raquel versus Liv. Maybe Raquel hits a Tejada bomb and Liv shoves her out of the ring, and that's how she pins Steph to win the title. In your first feud post WrestleMania is Raquel versus Liv all the way. Because I do think that there is going to be a major riff in the Judgment Day coming out of Elimination Chamber, and I think there will be a direction on which way will certain members of the Judgment Day go. So I have Liv fighting for that title too, but I actually added Raquel Rodriguez to the match.
Okay. Yeah.
The Intercontinental title currently held by Dominic Mysterio.
Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Demon Finn Balor.
Sure.
I think if there's a time to bring it back, I think Demon Finn versus Luchador King Dominic Mysterio feels like it's the right time.
Maybe he can do like a Coco theme.
So he come out to remember me?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm in. Baron Corbin just got disqualified for kicking Shinsuke Nakamura right in the dick. The United States title, because I do think that belt will be on this show. I have Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
And if you want to, you can add Dragon Nuts to it.
So I have a 6-man ladder match.
Okay.
Carmelo, Aleister Black, Montez Ford, Jacob Fatu, Matt Cardona, Trick Williams.
Chelsea's husband.
Matt Cardona.
Matt Cardona. Joe, do you have a U.S. title match?
I like Jim's. I'm taking that one.
Love that.
I do not have Jacob Fatu fighting for a singles title because I have Jacob Fatu taking care of a little bit of business. It's going to be Bloodline Rules. Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, okay.
Oh wait, was Jacob in the match that Jim said? Because then
Yes.
yeah, I would take him out of there and put him against Cody Rhodes. I would agree with you on that one.
Jim, what is your Cody Rhodes?
Where do I have Cody?
Because that's the missing piece right now.
How the fuck? I don't have Cody Rhodes on my card.
Oh my God, he's predicted Cody Rhodes being injured.
Adrenaline in my soul. Oh my God, there's so much woe.
So okay, so Kurt, you know what? I'm gonna sub him out. So originally I had Rollins doing a promo and issuing like an open challenge to where Chris Jericho answers it. So I'll
Chris
say,
Judas.
because I think they wanted to do Seth versus Braun.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen now.
So with that not happening, I think they hold off trying to rush Seth back and maybe just bring him out Raw after Mania. So Cody Rhodes, open challenge, answered by Chris Jericho.
Chris Judas. Love that.
Which I think works.
Then we hear Danhausen's music instead. Chris Judas. I do not have the SmackDown tag titles on mine.
I do. I
Because
have all titles on mine because
I don't know what they're doing with the Wyatt Six and the MFTs and all that. So
I have Solo and Tama defending against the Wyatt Six in a Fireflies Funhouse rules match. So basically, just kind of anything goes. Now that could certainly be on WrestleMania SmackDown, but I have it penciled in as part of my card.
Joe, do you have the SmackDown tag titles at all?
Who are the champions right now?
Solo, I love you, and Tama Tonga.
And who are the other like big tag teams on SmackDown?
The Wyatts.
I'll say big tag teams, the Wyatts. Other tag teams, God only knows.
I feel like the Raw tag titles are more likely to be on the show.
I do have the Raw tag titles on there, and this is my multi-man ladder match, which is why I did not have a ladder match for the U.S. title.
That's fair.
This is where I have the current champions, the Usos, taking on the reunited Lucha Bros, the team of American made Brutus and Julius Creed versus who the fuck else did I have in this match? I had like 5 teams in this match. Logan Paul and Austin the Kid Leroy. Because obviously now that Braun's out, I don't think we reveal who that masked man is just yet. Damn it, I'm missing a team that I know I'm missing, and when I think about it, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
No Limit Soldiers.
No, I'm good on whatever his face was. Damn it, now I'm gonna be pissed because I can't remember who I had. I lost a piece of paper that I wrote everything down on, so I was doing this by memory.
Did you
Joe,
say New Day?
They'll be in the match. There's one more that I just thought about.
Who are the Raw tag team champions right now?
The Usos. The Usos.
I think that for me, the tag title match I booked for Raw. Shit, I really shouldn't have just stolen Jim's U.S. title. I'm gonna have to take a step back on that one. I'm gonna take away my U.S. title match because I want a tag title ladder match. But I'm gonna keep it really kind of simple, old school. TLC, New Day, Usos, Hardy Boys.
Oh, okay. I just have Usos versus the New Day. Just straight up run it back for the 100th time. Don't care. Love it.
Jey Uso do be about that running it back.
You ain't wrong.
Very true.
Let's see, what else am I missing here? The Jade Cargill title. Who wins the Elimination Chamber to take her
on? Charlotte Flair.
Honestly, yeah. Let's go ahead and just do that match. Like, it's all pomp and circumstance. That's about the best Jade Cargill can do. Like, let's keep it simple and classy.
I mean, obviously, we live in a world where everybody, including myself, thought it was going to be Bianca Belair. I don't know that she's getting cleared.
Certainly don't seem like it.
So, right now, announced for the match, Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. This coming up week on the upcoming SmackDown. It is tomorrow, Zelina Vega, Alexa Bliss, and Ulia Gulia. And then on Monday Night Raw, your qualifying match, Natty, Asuka, Bayley.
Okay.
I don't know that there's a world where it's, I mean, unless it's Charlotte Flair, I don't know that there's a world that it isn't Rhea Ripley. Like I get it, run it back, but I don't want to run back Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill.
No.
But let's be real for a second. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill sounds like a shit match.
Anything involving Jade Cargill right now feels like a shit match.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
I
feel
mean,
like Charlotte could do a decent job out there against Jade. Like I feel like Charlotte, she has just enough. Like there's something about the two of them face to face with each other that just feels very. That alone would make it worthwhile. Like I don't know how to explain it. It feels like a big deal match. Though more so than
she's more of a technician than Rhea is.
Rhea
yes,
versus
for sure.
Rhea versus Jade Cargill just feels like it's going to be muscle on muscle.
Right. It's big meaty women slapping meat.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar
Which
v.
I,
Roman
for
Reigns.
one, have no interest in seeing.
I mean,
I'm
I have
surprised you had
interest
women
in
matches
seeing
on your show, Joe.
Right. I have interest in seeing it, but it also needs to be about an 8 or 9 minute match at most. Like,
I think they booked themselves into a predicament now that they can't get themselves out of. Because you got to get that title off of Jade Cargill.
yeah, Charlotte
Who-
Flair.
I mean, Charlotte Flair is the only other one not named Rhea Ripley that makes sense on who could beat her and it not make Jade Cargill look awful.
Right.
Bianca Belair makes sense because of the past history, but I don't think Bianca's getting cleared. Women's mid-card titles. Does anybody have either? I know, Jim, you said you have all of them. Joe, do you have either?
Definitely Becky versus AJ Lee for the IC title.
Yeah, that's
No question about that.
Does AJ go into that show as the champion, or is that when she wins it?
that's when she wins it.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get the win in Chicago.
Yeah.
No.
Becky finds a way to, does the old put the feet up on the ropes when pinning or something like that. She's going to get a dirty win, which is why you have to.
I don't even think she gets the win in Chicago. I think she gets DQ'd, and I think that's what sets the match up.
Or that, yeah.
I think AJ gets the win in Chicago, but doesn't get the belt in Chicago.
Gotcha. And then I have Gulia defending against Jordan Grace.
I don't think Triple H remembers that Gulia has a title, so
No.
I don't see.
But that could also
I don't
again
see
be a
that.
WrestleMania to SmackDown.
Right.
This is the match that I use the technician that is Charlotte Flair. Give me Charlotte Flair versus Julia for the.
That'd be a great match, actually.
And I think that's where Charlotte Flair isn't going to be wasted on having an 8-minute match, 9-minute match against Jade Cargill. Women's tag titles, do we have them on there?
I do. I have where are they at? Lash and Nia versus the Bella Twins versus Bailey and Lyra versus the Kabuki Warriors.
So you have Lash and Nia winning it on Raw or SmackDown tomorrow.
I do.
Okay. Joseph.
I'm clearly doing this on the spot. Spoiler alert.
Oh no, I'm so surprised.
Spoiler. You know what? I feel like having a matching match to my Raw men's tag title match. So I'm going to do a 3-women tag ladder match featuring Rio, featuring the Kabuki Warriors, and fuck it, put the Bella Twins in there.
I actually add Rhea and Io into mine as well because they have to get on this card.
Yeah, they do. Give me Lyra and Bailey versus Bella Twins versus. Do I have Lash and Nia winning the belts tomorrow, or do I have it somewhere else? I'll take the Inspiration to be in that match. And I'm going to take. I don't even care. Lash and Nia will win the titles, but it won't be this week. It'll be maybe at Chamber.
Okay.
But yeah. I think that makes perfect sense. Then I just have to figure out something for EO. Where do we go with Gunther?
I have him versus Randy Orton.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I do the career on the line deal, and we think Randy Orton's going to retire. I think Gunther can lose in like a 23-minute or something, just and gets caught by an RKO.
Like the 9th one of the match.
And that doesn't hurt him. Orton hangs around for later this year. Maybe Gunther retires Orton, but that's where I have him.
I said on last week's show, Shinsuke made a lot of sense. Then I saw a wrestling video that I think actually hit it out of the park. He lost at last year's WrestleMania in Vegas. I don't think he can go 0-2 in Las Vegas.
No, that's fair.
He retires a legend. He is the final match as someone tries to get revenge for the fallen Dragon Lee. It's Rey Mysterio.
Ooh, okay.
I don't think Rey Mysterio is retiring, though. That man going to wrestle till he's 90.
He is 90.
He is not.
Just because he wears a mask doesn't mean that he's not 90.
Man, I still think Dom's going to be the one that ends up retiring him. I think that would be really fitting. But I don't hate the idea.
I mean, if he needs a win, Shinsuke's the easiest win.
Yeah. Knock that out.
Let him retire Johnny Gargano from WWE on the way out.
Folds him up like a fucking flapjack.
Biggest Johnny Gargano fan in the world. Let him just retire Johnny on the way out.
Fucking 2.5 minutes. Fold him in half. See you later.
So can I be the first person to book the most obvious match that we're all going to end up booking?
Sure.
El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano.
Original.
And I don't think it's mask versus mask.
No,
I think it's just
that mask.
That's in AAA.
Correct.
That's at like Triple Mania in August or whatever. Like
no, they have them like 4 times throughout the year, but yeah.
Fair. Yeah, no. I think it's just the first one-on-one match that these guys have, and I think El Grande Americano wins.
I actually thought about this. I don't have that match. I have them in a match with each other, but it involves other parties. It also will include the AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio. That's right, double duty Dom. And El Hijo del Vikingo in a fatal 4-way for the AAA Mega title. Or Dom loses the Intercontinental title before then, and that's his only match at WrestleMania. But I really feel like Dom versus Finn Balor is too written on the wall for that to not be a WrestleMania match.
Agreed.
Jim, do you have any other standouts? I know obviously we're missing out on some big pieces. Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I had Oba in my championship match.
Yeah,
Lesnar will be involved somewhere for sure. I had like Paige returning and issuing an open challenge, and that's where Bianca returns. But you could very easily do a Paige Trish Strat. Like, I feel like they have an opportunity to do a lot of cool things to try and make good for last year.
Where do you put Natty with this new like kick ass? Does she just miss the show still? Even with this new character? Or do you think we find a way to put her somewhere?
I think it's too early to tell. Give me a couple more weeks to see if it actually gets some like grip to
Traction.
and some traction, because they could very quickly go, this ain't working, and scrap it. But if it starts to pick up speed, maybe she's in the, finds a way to get into a women's US title. I know it's the wrong show, but
maybe she eliminates Julia inside Elimination Chamber or something
like that, and that's how we get that.
And we get Charlotte and Alexa involved in the tag title picture still.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Everything else I feel like right now is that I have is just kind of like, it's there.
Right.
It could happen. It could not happen. I mean, I would have to, like, again, because I don't have my paper anymore. Like, I had Randy Orton in a match, but I don't remember exactly where I had him. I know you guys both had him taking on Gunther. I don't remember where I had him, so that's kind of my fault. I guess my real question is, with no Braun Breaker, what do you do with Division? What do you do with Leroy, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul? I have Leroy in theory in my tag title match.
Yeah, I think maybe fit him into a tag team match somewhere. Somebody's lurking on the outside. I've seen rumors of like Logan Paul, Bad Bunny. But I'm like, man, that it's going to get attention, but I don't know if it's going to be. They're both really good when you put them in with wrestlers. I don't know if they work in a match.
What's the tag version of that, though?
Bad Bunny and
Priest
versus Logan Paul and
Leroy.
Yeah, there you go. That's your match.
Yeah, that works.
Man, so Damian Priest has to go over to Raw.
I mean, during WrestleMania season at all, like,
I feel like you can get away with like, hey, I'm gonna call in a friend for this one.
Now, do you get inevitably a match for the AAA mixed tag titles? Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice, like, do they defend it on this show or no?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. But
maybe,
if they
maybe
did,
Raw after Mania.
If they did, it'd be fun to see them do it against like Cardona and Chelsea Green.
Well, Chelsea's out for the next like 3 months, so
well, then
gonna be a little hard.
not.
Yeah,
her ankle will be broken.
Damn.
Did we miss anything?
I don't think.
No.
I'll have to do this where I can actually do it on my computer one day and like not be like losing pieces of paper that I write my stuff down on at work and either leave it there or throw it away by mistake. Because that's exactly what happened. Is I did this on Tuesday while I was at work because we were slow, and all of a sudden I got home Wednesday and I'm like, oh, I have that paper in my pocket. I do not have that paper in my pocket. I looked today and I'm like, it is not there. Fuck me. So, we'll run this back, as Joe's name is Run It Back Goose. We'll run this back after Elimination Chamber. We'll do it. We'll do it the show after, and we can give our final prediction card, because that'll be where all the smoke's cleared on the last announced matches, and then we can find out what the fallout is for the other people involved inside the Elimination Chamber. Does anybody have anything else? Joe, do you have a topic? I don't even remember.
No, I'm fading. So I'm good for.
I am also fading.
All right, wrestlers of the week.
Well, shit. Can this Ciampa count, and also Fletcher?
I mean, kind of. Ciampa had a title defense before he lost his title.
I mean,
was he on last week? Did someone nominate him last week for winning the belt?
Nope.
So yeah, let's get him on there. I feel like he deserves that.
Well, he won it. Didn't he win it on like the last?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he won it on the 29th of January because we literally had him nominated on that one. I remember that because I'm looking at it right now.
I know he had a title defense.
Yeah, so we'll still let Joe.
No, I had him on the 29th from just from his debut because he was only champ for 11 days.
That's what I was saying. He's only champion from last week. So
yeah, he won it. He won it at what? Collision?
Oh, Collision was taped the night after.
He won it at Collision.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because even I was just like, but he had 11 minus 12 is he won it on the 1st. We nominated him on the 29th. Like, my math isn't mathing here in my brain. All right, so Joe takes Fletcher and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep.
Okay. Sweet. Bye, Joe.
Bye.
Toodles.
I will kick it off with your new AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla.
That was a choice.
Yeah, it was.
And I don't, and it's one of those where I don't actually know how to feel about said choice. I don't hate it, but I'm like, was this really the right move?
Right.
I'll go with the guy who retained his IWGP title this week. Give me Yota Tsuji. Big Suge.
The old Suge. Let's do still your NXT champion, Joe Hendry.
Wave your hands from side to side and sing. I believe in Joe Henry. Listening to Booker T sing his song never gets old. I will go with the still Raw Tag Team Champions. Give me Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. All right. And that is Wrestlers of the Week. Jim, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, Big Jim Sports on Twitter and Blue Sky. Hit my link tree there. Huddle Up Podcast. We're done for the live season. We wrapped it up this past week. So we'll be a little bit quieter over there for a little bit. We'll get into the off-season program at some point, probably in March. Probably take the rest of February off. But we have some short videos coming out for the next weekish. So go check those out on all of our social media there. 3CT had a really good Tuesday episode dropped this past week. Got a little heavy at times, but it's something that people need to do in here. So please check that out. We talked wrestling and some other stuff this week on the live show. So always give us a follow over there. Probably will be having some new discussions with the Nobody content coming out over the weekend. And it will be Stranger Things related. So I will warn you, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, probably want to avoid the discussions with the Nobody. But look for that as well. But yeah, just get me on my social media.
If you haven't already, go watch some Olympic hockey. It is off in full-fledged force. You can follow the show at Take the Number 3 Wrestling. You can follow me at They Call Me Bird. Don't watch NBA All-Star Weekend because that's going to be boring. So basically, if you have nothing to do this weekend, watch college baseball because that starts this weekend.
There you go.
Otherwise, we will be back next week. We will preview. No, that's not next week. That's the following week. That's Elimination Chamber. I'll preview the SmackDown that I'm going to because I'm going to SmackDown next Friday. So I'll preview that with you guys, and I'll make these baboons do it with me too because why not? Let's get into it. Until next week, for Joe and Jim, I'm Mike. This is the Take the Wrestling Podcast.